All right, so this week I have been going over the different inspections. Day 1, I went over general inspection. Day 2, pest inspection. Day 3, radon. And now today I'm going to go over the well and septic. So in different counties, there are different rules. There are some counties that you have to have a well and septic inspection prior to the transfer at the auditor when they close on the house. So other counties, they do not require it. However, I will tell you, as a buyer and even as a seller, it is better to go ahead and have the well and septic inspected. The well, definitely important because you got to make sure that it's clean water that you're drinking. And a lot of times, if it does come back that it is high levels of whatever, which could be dangerous, it's a very simple fix. The well just needs shocked. It's what it's called. I think right around like $250 is not a big deal. Once again, shocking your well is something that a lot of people actually do on a routine basis. So if you are buying a house with a well and it does need shocked, I would definitely say that you should ask the person that does the shocking, ask them how much it is and how often they would suggest that you do that. So not a big deal. The other thing is with wells, not only do you need to make sure that the water is good that you're drinking, but also does the well produce enough water? This is an issue. I have had houses, unfortunately, where the buildup over years of the well being used and then not being used as much. If it was a family of 5 and then it goes down to where there's only like a family of 1 or 2 in it, so they're not using as much water as they had been. Sometimes that buildup starts building up in the well, and then the well starts going dry in a sense, or it's just not able to produce and hold enough water because of that buildup in the well itself. So I know I had one this year that literally when 4 sinks were turned on at one time, the water only stayed on for I think 55 seconds. After 55 seconds, the water just started drizzling out. Then after like about a minute or 2, then it pumped the water up a little bit and then the water came back on. But once again, after probably about 20 or 30 seconds, that the water pressure went down and the water started just drizzling out. So one might say, well, there was still water, but unfortunately, in that water, if who's going to run 4 sinks at one time? Well, for a family living in a home, you want to have enough water supply, because how many of us are doing laundry, washing dishes, making dinner, and somebody's flushing a toilet, somebody's going and getting a shower. So you need to definitely make sure that there's enough water coming into that house to be able to support your family and have enough water for your needs. The next one is the septic inspection. I'll go ahead and do that real quick here. Septic inspection, very simple. You need to make sure that your septic is checked. It is your sewer. It is a nuisance to your neighborhood if your septic is failing and is not working. One big thing is don't get your septic pumped prior to the inspection. It should go ahead and just be as is and let the septic inspector come out and inspect it. Now on the report, it may come back that it should be pumped. That's fine before the sale of the house. Then pump it for the next owner before they move in. I think that is, definitely something reasonable for a buyer to ask. However, you definitely want to make sure that you just leave the septic as is, because if you pump it before, then a lot of times the inspectors will question, why did you pump it, and, are you trying to hide something? So just to have a good test on septic, definitely keep it the way that it is. And if a septic fails, unfortunately, the seller, you are the one responsible to get that fixed. So yes, I've had to have a client replace a $20,000 septic system. It was, sad, and luckily she had the money in the sale of her house to be able to afford to pay for it. But it's really sad when septics fail, or when wells fail. However, these tests, that's why you need to get these inspections as a buyer to protect yourself, because if you move into a house and you purchase it and you do not get these inspected, you're looking at possibly a $15,000 to $20,000 issue that's going to be due right up front. They don't finance this kind of stuff. These are things that are, with the health regulations, you have to have a working sewer, you have to have a working water coming into your house. So if you are well and septic, you have to make sure those things are working and in good condition. So hopefully that helps with well and septic. It's not all the time. Most people in the area that I'm in are public water and sewer, and also if your well or septic would possibly not come back good, but you have the ability to tie into public water and sewer. Sometimes it's a lot cheaper just to tie into the city utilities if they are available, rather than replacing a well or replacing a septic system. So hope that helps. If you have any more questions about that, definitely feel free to reach me anytime. I am always available for you.